Hey, what's up guys? Thanks for stopping by the channel. So for this video, we're going to be checking out this Master Carbon Seal automatic timepiece from Luminox. And as the brand name does suggest, they do prioritize legibility and luminescence in their watches through the use of tritium gas tubes on the dial. And these are self-light emitting gas tubes that can last for up to 25 years, that don't require an external light source. And in fact, this particular carbon seal also uses their proprietary Carbonox Plus composite case material, which is extremely lightweight, scratch resistant, and gives the entire case a very nice matte finish. In terms of retail pricing, these units come in at just under 2,200 Canadian dollars, and that does account for the fact that they're using a carbon case. You have those tritium gas tubes, as well as a Swiss automatic movement beating inside the watch. So why don't we flip the camera around now, and you guys can take a close-up look at this Luminox Master Carbon Seal in the studio. So now that we're in the studio, we can take a closer look at this Luminox Master Carbon Seal automatic timepiece. It is a slightly larger watch, but quite lightweight because of that Carbonox Plus case and very supple rubber strap. It only weighs about 110 grams, so it feels very similar to wearing like one of the bigger Casio G-Shock series of watches or any other timepiece that does have a carbon case construction. With respect to the overall dimensions, it is a 45 millimeter case diameter. Flipping the watch to the side, the wingspan between my fingers or lug to lug distance is 52 millimeters. And in terms of overall height, it is 14 millimeters thick. That is from the bottom of the screwed down case back, which is actually a black steel case with a sapphire display window showing off the automatic movement, and then to the top side of a flat sapphire crystal as well. Between the lugs is an even 24 millimeter spacing, which is a little bit wide, but the strap itself tapers to about 22 millimeters before you hit the stainless steel signed clasp. And I like that it is branded Luminox on the strap, Lumi on this side, and then the Nox portion on the other side of the strap. It's a very supple yet durable natural rubber, and it's also a cut to size style strap. So on the underside, you have these little grooves where you can use like an X-Acto knife or scissors to cut down the strap to accommodate your wrist size. But you also have a few micro adjustment anchoring points within the clasp if you want to dial in the fit a little bit more. The clasp does have a fold-over security mechanism and a twin trigger release, and it has a milled swing arm section as well. And taking a look at the underside, it does have quick release spring bars too, so if you actually want to throw on different straps with a 24 millimeter spacing, you can easily do that. And here's a quick in-studio wrist shot, just to give you a sense of how well this watch would wear on a 7.5 inch wrist size. That's 19 centimeters in circumference if you use the metric system. You can see there's actually room for like a much larger wrist. I'm not going to cut this strap because this watch is on loan from Luminox, and I appreciate them letting me check it out for this review. In terms of a dial layout, I like that there are some subtle touches that just give it a little more dimension than you might expect. The dial is matte black, but it has nice horizontal striations, almost like a teak pattern, which is quite subtle, but under certain angles you can really see it pop off. You have a nicely polished and applied Luminox logo below the 12 o'clock position. Above the 6 o'clock, it does say this is 200 meters of water resistance, and it does also say automatic closer to the 9 o'clock position. And a nice function that they do have is a day and date complication, which you don't get on a lot of diver style watches, and it's nice to see on this particular one. You have tritium gas tubes at each cardinal hour marker, and then also tritium tubes inlaid on the hour, minute, and even on the seconds hand too, to aid in low light legibility. I'll try and show you guys a low light shot just to give you a sense of how well that tritium does glow. They are T25 tubes that should last about 25 years before they completely fade. I think the half-life for tritium is 12 years or so. And you can see that these tritium gas tubes actually sit on a raised chapter ring that's slightly elevated above the main dial itself. And you also have hash marks for the running minutes at the very periphery of the dial, just to give you good legibility and able to read the time quite easily at a glance. Now, outboard of a dial, you do have a stainless steel bezel insert, which is also in a matte black color. I think there's also a tritium marker at the top of the bezel, and it has very nice, crispy, and intentional bezel clicks. It's 120 clicks of unidirectional action, and very satisfying to use. The alignment is also quite good as well. Turning the watch to the side, you can see you have a nice screwed down and signed crown that is very well knurled and also has crown guards in its place, but very easy to operate. Even with gloved hands, you can unthread the screw down crown. You can manually wind the Swiss movement in the open position. If you pop it out one click, you can quickly cycle through the day and date complication, and then pulling out the crown to extremity allows you to hack the movement by stopping the balance, and then you can set easily to any reference time you want. For reference, they are using a Sellita SW220, which is a 26 joule movement with about 40 hours of power reserve. It does have that hacking and hand wind feature that I mentioned. So in terms of this Carbonox Plus case, it's very impact resistant, very scratch resistant, and again, it's like 3 times lighter than titanium. So I do think that this is a very comfortable watch to wear, even if you do have a slightly smaller wrist. Now, in terms of potential points for improvement, because of a carbon case and the sapphire display window on the case back, I will say that you can really hear the rotor wobble on this particular movement. Not really a huge negative, just something to be aware of. Also, the fact that you have this silver brushed stainless steel clasp. Personally, I would have actually black coated the steel just to match the overall aesthetic of the watch head too. And one more thing I would potentially change is just to increase the size of the hands. I know they do have to accommodate tritium tubes, which are a bit heavier, but it's a fairly large dial, and I feel like the minute hand could be elongated to touch the hour markers, and the hour hand could also be enlarged or look slightly different just to give you good orientation. Now, in terms of value proposition, this MSRP of over $2,000 for a Luminox watch might sound like a lot of money, but most of their watches are quartz, if I'm not mistaken, and having a Swiss automatic movement does help in terms of value. Of course, the big selling point is the carbon case, and tritium gas tubes are also a very nice touch. In terms of comparable brands, I can think of like the Canadian brand Marathon, which is very much purpose-built watches that use tritium tubes, and their search and rescue series of dive watches are right in the same ballpark. So, I mean, I do think it's fair for what they're asking, and I'm guessing you can probably get these on sale from time to time. But that's going to wrap up my review of this Luminox Master Carbon Seal. Now, if you do enjoy this content, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. It really does help me out. And as always, I can't wait to catch you guys in the next video.